Hey guys, it's me Brandon, and it's going to be Brenda's birthday this Tuesday. Well, today I'd like to talk to you about following the rules. We'll start with a prayer. Dear God, help us not only to know that we have to follow the rules, but we have to actually follow them. Amen. So on the third episode, I was on a field trip at a historic wax museum. And well, I got in a bit of trouble. When I entered the building, the teacher explained us some rules. The first one was to stay with a group. Then each student had a buddy. So if I wanted to go somewhere, I had to go with my buddy. The last rule was that we can't touch the wax figures, and we must be very careful not to scratch it or spill any food or drinks on it. So to tell the truth, I wasn't really paying much attention. I mean, I knew what the rules were, but I didn't really care about them. Everything was fine in the beginning. When I saw a wax figure of Benjamin Franklin, and I knew how to take a picture with it. So I separated from the group, and I took a picture with it, but I couldn't find my group. Since I was lost, I just started walking around taking selfies with all the wax figures. One with Abraham Lincoln, another with Albert Einstein, and a lot more other people. I couldn't see my group anywhere I turned. I was starting to get hungry. I saw a vending machine right in front of me. But the problem is I didn't have enough coins. But then I saw 2 quarters on the floor. I saw that I could buy a bag of chips for 50 cents. So I was about to buy a bag of chips when I saw a statue of George Washington. Now I knew one of the rules was not to touch the wax figure, but I couldn't resist. Something was calling me to touch him. No sooner than I touched the wax figure, the security guard yelled, "Hey, boy, don't touch that." It scared me so much that I accidentally scratched Washington with the coins. After he noticed I scratched it, he located my teacher and asked her to come and pick me up. She had to pay $150 for the damage. And when my parents came to pick me up, they had to pay the teacher $150. So I was grounded for a week, but while I was grounded, that made me remember of a man named Jonah. God told Jonah to tell the people of Nineveh that he would destroy that city. Now Jonah didn't want to tell them the message because they were enemies of the Israelites. So he tried to hide from God, and he went on a boat to the opposite direction of Nineveh. But God sent a big storm, so the sailors on the boat had to throw Jonah overboard. He was then swallowed by a giant fish, but later he asked God to help him, and he told a message to Nineveh. I then noticed that I was acting like Jonah. I wasn't following the instructions I was told. So I would like you guys not be like Jonah. Instead, be like Noah, who followed God's instructions and built an ark. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!